Lastly, we have the equal or coordinate adjective. These are those multiple adjectives when stacked together. The comma can affect how we understand the relationship of the adjectives and what they modify. So these are those ones that, though occasional in our writing, we need to be able to separate or put together. Adjectives modify nouns to tell us information about them. For example, the red balloon. You see this example here. He held a bright red balloon. We have two adjectives, bright and red. Now, is the balloon bright and red, or is it the red that is the bright? Because an adjective can modify another adjective, we have to be careful of stacking these in a way that allows the reader to know which thing is being modified. When you see stacked adjectives, you need to think about one question. If I put a comma there, would an and also make sense? Just as when you combine two independent clauses with a comma and an and, you can think about how that comma actually functions to show some sort of connection as an and or a plus. So try reading the sentences that do have commas with an and. For example, the wine offered a fragrant and captivating bouquet. Well, okay, so if I can do that, if I can put an and between the two adjectives, then I know I can use a comma as well. The wine offered a fragrant, captivating bouquet. It was a long and noisy and nauseating flight. If I can write the and, then I can put the comma there. It was a long and noisy and nauseating flight. So try that again here with the bright red balloon. He held a bright and red balloon. Well, it could be that, but probably not, right? More than likely, that bright modifies the color of the red. A dark red balloon, a light red balloon, a bright red balloon, something in that way. So when we stack adjectives, we have to ask that question. Is the comma letting us know that it's an and modifying and making a compound adjective or not? And the second instance is whenever we repeat words, for example, very, very, a very, very violent movie, or a really, really good idea. You'll see this in Word too whenever you're using Microsoft Word. If you put multiple words in and you write the same word twice, that, very, very, it'll either suggest to you that you put a comma there or that you've done a word doubling. When you've correctly word doubled, for example, very, very, really, really, although these are kind of excessive and you don't really need those kinds of adverbs except for kind of too funny, so tone considerations or style, you need to put a comma to offset them. You wouldn't read this as this is a very violent movie. It's an accentuator. It lets us know it's a very, very violent movie. So it tells the reader that I meant to double use that word or triple use that word. It's not by accident that I've just actually typed those things out. So the takeaway rule here is this. If you can use an and, you can replace it with a comma, as in long, noisy, and nauseating, or long and noisy and nauseating flight. So just remember that simple rule, and using the comma to coordinate stacked adjectives will be a lot easier for you.